Well, Nigel, very pleased with the clean sheet, I'm sure, but a third game without a goal, and that's a little bit of a concern.
However, you know, we're sitting in after the game, and it's disappointing. It feels like a bit of a loss, doesn't it? Because of the manner of the way the game gone. We've started well, and it's fair to say. A clean sheet, respect a clean sheet, because obviously the last 2 games, we conceded 3 in both games. So, you know, you look at that, we've kept a clean sheet. 𝗦𝗧𝗣𝗢𝗢𝗥 made a great save in the first half, didn't he? With his left hand. And the game was stop-start, wasn't it? You know, the referee's blown his whistle more than anybody's touched the football. Both sides, there was no flow to the game, that's fair to say. So both sides had to compete. And it's fair to say that the players did compete in both boxes. Now we've had 16 shots, we've had 23 crosses, you know, we've had enough an opportunity to go and score. We've changed the shape, you know, we're aware that we're not scoring goals. So we've looked to address that, and we've looked to do something differently today. And obviously, look at the pace of 𝗦𝗧𝗣𝗥𝗧, who was exceptional, wasn't he, especially in the first half. And he's had chances. Keeper's made some good saves. And the pace of 𝗬𝗢𝗪𝗧𝗔𝗬 was giving him a problem. We knew they were probably going to go quite direct. So it wasn't as if we could get the ball as we have done in the last 2 games and have loads of possession and play out from the back. You know, you can listen to them. The keeper just boomed it along. So we've got to, whether you like it or not, you've got to defend on that and then land on it. It's a game of second balls. You know, we've got Regan Hendry, 𝗬𝗢𝗪𝗘𝗥, and Connor Jennings in the middle of the pitch trying to land on the ball, and then how can you spring and go the other way? And there's a couple of opportunities like that one that 𝗬𝗬𝗪𝗧𝗔𝗬 just goes past the post, doesn't it, when we're in. So it was a different type of game than what we've been playing the last 2 games. That's for all to go and see. But it wasn't the game that we wanted to have. However, respect the clean sheet. I wanted it to be exciting. We've tried to create opportunities to score. As I say, 16 shots inside the box is a lot when you break all that down, but the quality's got to be better than what we've got. And yes, the keeper's made some saves and huffed and puffed, and you know, as I said, there was no flow to the game. It was like the ball's gone full from both sides, and it was like referee, as I said, blew his whistle more than anybody else. And you know, I feel the same with the supporters. I want us to go and score. I want us to go and win. I want us to be excited, especially on a Friday night at 𝗦𝗢𝗡𝗏𝗥 Park, under the lights of 𝗦𝗢𝗡𝗏𝗏 Park. So you know, it feels as though it's a defeat, although it's not. It stopped the rot of conceding goals in the last 2 games. Clean sheet, solid clean sheet. We've put the ball in areas, 11 corners. You know, sometimes a couple of good blocks in them, give them credit. So we're putting the ball in areas where we're trying to be attack-minded, where we've got 11 corners, 23 crosses, 16 shots in the box, 0 goals. So as I said, we're trying to address it. We changed the shape to start off with. And 𝗦𝗧𝗣𝗥𝗧 was really lively and exciting, and that's what you want. It was a competitive game, and we nullified some of the stuff that they've been doing as well from a crosser's point of view. But from my point of view, although we've got the point and we've got the clean sheet, I'm disappointed that we haven't got the 3 points, and I'm disappointed in probably the manner of the game. Although when you reflect on it, you've had a team that's competed, but we need to have better quality. That's certain.
Yeah, you mentioned quality a few times there, and you say corners, set pieces, in decent position for crosses, enough players in the box, you know, making runs to try and make it easier for people to get opportunities.
Well, again, like you look at it, there probably was enough bodies in the box. And again, sometimes when you're playing on that counter as well, ourselves to go and get in there. So say to have 16 shots inside the box is a lot. You know, and 6 on target from the back of that one. Obviously, they're going to have blocks and the goalkeeper making saves and whatever. So it's things we've got to keep working on. We're trying to address it. We know we've got to score goals, but we've got a team that competes. So let's look at that. The lads have competed tonight because they had to. Because obviously, Carl's changed his team from the last game. It's fair to say they've wanted to play out from the back previously. They've not. They've just gone direct the whole game. Big side, athletic side. So we had to compete, and we did compete. Give the players that credit, they've competed. Give the players the credit that we did get the ball, where we looked, especially in the first half, where we looked to get ourselves forward, areas of the pitch. And then it's become a battle where, we're saying at half time, where's the space on the pitch to go and play? Can we play? But it was very tight. And again, I suppose when we've just conceded 6 goals on the road, sometimes confidence is a big word, but sometimes that bravery to get on the ball and play without putting the ball in the back of the net and putting it at risk is probably the building block where we were for today's game. So that's probably a reflection on where it is. We need to get better. We know that. The lads are working hard, staff are working hard, and we've all got to get ourselves ready now for the next game at home on Tuesday against Swindon.
You mentioned the stop-start nature. Certainly in the second half, it was difficult for either side really to get a flow in the game.
I think it was, the referee has blown, as I said, he's having to make decisions because of the competitive nature and because there was no flow to the game. That's both sides cancelled each other out, and it's kind of like, get it forward, challenge for the first one, land on the second one, see if you can get a little bit of football played in the attacking third of the pitch. So again, from our point of view, when we're probably looking at it, maybe thinking we've got to score goals, so the quicker we can get that ball forward maybe helps and puts the ball in there. As I said, we wanted to be front three today, so we changed the shape. We've got a front three with a centre forward to get hold of it, and obviously the pace of 𝗦𝗦𝗡𝗥𝗧 and Harvey Saunders running in behind to get ourselves forward. Changed the full-back situation a little bit, so we're a bit more defensive-minded from there to support from behind, because obviously maybe we've looked to, you look at the last two games, we've had probably about 1,000 passes, and we've had a lot of balls in the attacking third of the pitch, but we've not scored, and we've got conceded. So we've addressed the conceding the goals, but we've got to do better. Me, players, staff, everybody, we've got to do better in giving ourselves an opportunity to score goals.
You mentioned defensively, they were the two changes. Great to have Tom Davies back, obviously, and Lee O'Connor at right back as well. He's very versatile, just doesn't let you down, Lee, does he? Yeah,
Lee O'Connor's been great for us in the middle of the park, hasn't he? He's done great. 𝗬𝗢𝗏𝗧𝗔𝗬's a good player, so 𝗬𝗢𝗏𝗧 has come in, and Lee, instead of being like the adventurous bombing down the wing like Cam Norman does, Lee will just sit there and he'll protect. And again, we thought that the way they might go and play, that would be very important, that we don't leave ourselves overexposed defensively, as we've probably been caught out in the last couple of games. So that was addressed. So Lee's had a good game in the full-back position. And that's no disrespect to Cam, it's just a total different aspect of, say, addressing the cup with 6 goals in the last two away games. 7 if you look at the Carlisle game, which was a great victory. So we've addressed that now, getting back to us being solid and keeping a clean sheet. But we have to address, and that's what we will do, that's what we're working towards, that's what we're working on. As I said, when you think about there's 23 crosses, there's 16 shots in the box, there's 11 corners, so we're putting the ball in areas, we've now got to be more ruthless with it. And again, we talk about the last 2 games where we conceded 6 goals, we've probably had 1,000 passes in the attacking third of the pitch. So we've got to do better. I think you've seen some stuff on the training ground. We're working on finishing every day. We're working on putting the balls in the right areas, and we've got to keep giving the players confidence to go and do that, because they're good players and they're trying. And sometimes if we're not careful, we can knock them, and then the confidence drains out. I want them to have that confidence. I want 𝗦𝗦𝗡𝗥𝗧𝗏 to get on the ball. I don't care if he loses the ball. You look at several times today, he's given the ball away aimlessly or carelessly, I think. But you flip that the other side of it to the yin and the yang. He gets the ball, there's an excitement when he gets the ball and he gets forward. So we need to keep the encouragement going for Amari, and we've got to keep the encouragement going for the team. And I really appreciate all the fans coming out today, because I'm one. I wanted it to be special tonight. Unfortunately, as I say, it feels a bit like a defeat because of the way the game's gone. But it's not. It's a clean sheet and it's a point.
And you mentioned confidence there. Just how important might a victory against Swindon on Tuesday be? Not just on the night you want to win, but also going forward.
Very much so. And again, maybe that was the thing tonight. It was about, it's the winning, and maybe you've got to keep thinking about, the aim is to win. And that was the objective today. But you've also got to keep thinking about the performance, and I want us to pass the ball as well in the right areas of the pitch. And it's maybe that bit of evolution that we've got that we'll keep working on and we'll get right.
Thanks for your time again, Nigel.
Cheers.
Cheers.